The standard line is that you can usually smell Gilroy before you can actually see it. And while its true garlic is still the king of Gilroy, the city also has a world champion that they are exceptionally proud of. Gilroy is also the hometown of the two-time IBF Featherweight World Champion, Robert the Ghost Guerrero. The 25-year-old boxer is the town's most famous resident. And if you're wondering where his nickname the Ghost came from, well, he's just flat out tough to hit.
With a habit of throwing wide looping punches and a straight left hand by Guerrero, and down goes Honorio.
Robert is trained by his father, Ruben, and the champion is a third-generation boxer in the Guerrero family.
It all started from my grandfather, who also, his name was Robert Guerrero too, so I was named after him. And it carried on to my father and his brothers, and then I even had an aunt that fought. Always going to the gym with my dad, it really lit a fire under me.
When he was 9 years old, Robert started tagging along with his older brothers and hanging out at the gym. Eventually, his father, Ruben, began to take notice of the little kid, and the youngster would go on to prove that he had the most talent in the entire family.
All of a sudden, when I started paying attention to him, I seen the speed he had, and then the ability he had, like he would pay attention, you know, and he was real serious in boxing, and boxing was like a big thing to him. So we started training, and he started winning a lot of nationals, you know, and from there on, man, he just started shooting up.
Guerrero had an exceptional amateur career, winning a gold medal at the Junior Olympics and then qualifying for the U.S. Olympic trials when he was just 16. Unable to go to the Sydney Games because of his age, Guerrero set out a year and then turned pro at 18.
To turn pro at 18, it was exciting. I mean, to be with no headgear, little gloves, getting that opportunity to start that road to a world championship, and that's one of the things that was my goal, is to be a world champion as a boxer, and just being there, ready, stepping in that ring, that first fight. It's like, okay, here it goes. Here's step one to that long road we got.
Guerrero went on to win 16 straight fights before losing a controversial 12-round split decision. Following that defeat, Guerrero recorded 2 more victories. Then in September 2006, he scored an 8th-round technical knockout over Eric Aiken to claim the 126-pound crown.
And he is banging away. This is very close to being stopped.
There's no words for it. I mean, it's one of those feelings where you have to experience it to know what it feels like. And winning a world championship so young, I mean, I was amazed in myself. I mean, just what we had to go through to get there, and the fights we had to fighting ex-world champions that just lost their title and have 1 or 2 losses. I mean, it was amazing where I was at and what I was doing at a young age.
Boxing is a 7-day-a-week job for Guerrero, and on this day, he put in 36 3-minute rounds of training. Often he's a lone figure in a small gym where the temperature hovers around 108 degrees. Most people think that boxing is all about muscles and power. However, really, it's a game of speed, reflexes, timing, and movement.
He's got a lot of heart, Robert, you know, and he don't fear nobody in the ring. And he goes in there like a warrior, you know. He goes in there, you know, ready. He goes in there confident, ready to win. Because when we step in that ring, we train hard, and we're ready to win. We're ready to take that gold.
Guerrero went on to capture his 2nd world championship in Copenhagen, Denmark in February 2007. The champion would go on to successfully defend his featherweight title twice more by registering knockout victories over Martin Honorio and then Jason Litzau.
You know, I feel I'm on that verge of being a superstar in the sport, going on to that next level and winning championships in multiple weight classes. Like you said, I fought Martin Honorio, Jason Litzau, where they're all top 5 fighters in the world, where I'm fighting nothing but the best and not taking tune-ups, just defending the title and giving everybody that opportunity to fight for it, because I like to get in the ring and defend the title and give all the fighters the opportunity that I got, and know that they're coming 110% just to fight me, and it brings that challenge even more.
Guerrero is married and has 2 young children. Despite a rigorous workout schedule as he prepares to return to the ring, the young champion is also very active in his community. He always makes time to speak to grade school students and junior high kids about achieving goals and staying in school.
When you're talking to them and trying to inspire them and just, I mean, it is amazing. It is amazing being so young. You're able to reach out to them and they'll listen. That's one of the biggest things I think of being an athlete is reaching out to that youth and inspiring them.
A number of athletes would seek greater acclaim and adoration, and he could live anywhere he wants. However, the local hometown hero is very content living a quiet life in Gilroy.
I was born and raised here. I grew up fighting here. Everybody around Gilroy seen me fight since I was an amateur growing up, through the Olympic trials, that first professional fight, all the way up until my last title defense. I walk around Gilroy like a normal guy.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes, and Gilroy's best-known citizen, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, is a quiet guy and a world champion with an easy smile and very fast hands.